Hey y'all, my name is Marquise Trent, also known as Coach Quise. I help high-level entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders write and publish books for more impact and income, even if they're busy and they don't know where to start. All right, so let's get into it today's as Coach Quise. So today's question is, Coach Quise, what's the difference between a book that sells versus a book that collects dust? I'm glad you asked. One of the main things, realistically, as in with any business, marketing. Marketing and visibility. All right, marketing and visibility. So if you wrote a book and nobody hears about it, nobody's seen it, you don't talk about it, people can't buy it. All right, people can't buy it. So one of the main things, without a doubt, is marketing and visibility. However, another thing that determines that is grammar. I'm gonna put pro instead of professionalism. Grammar and professionalism. We live in a review buying. We live in a review-based buying world. We live in a review-based buying world. I don't know how many times I may find myself in the store, Walmart, whatever store, and before I purchase an item, I don't do it all the time, but quite often, especially if it's electronic or certain products I may not have used before, I'll pull it up and I'm looking at the stars. 1 star, 2 star, 3, 4, 5. I want to see what people are saying. Oh, this supplement. Oh, it's a nice supplement, but it has this in it. Oh, it's a nice supplement, but I began to experience this after a while. So it's like, man, I really want to try the supplement, but I don't want the side effects that I may deal with, so I don't get the supplement. So the same goes for a book. You might have a nice book, with some of the content that's in it, but at the same time, if your grammar is off, your formatting sucks, and all this type of stuff, that's gonna show up in the reviews. I've seen people, well-known individual comes to mind right now. It's one of those things. Life is life. He's still earning money. He's still getting clients. He's still getting customers and stuff. But when I went and looked up some of his books, people was dragging them in the review section like, "Oh, bro, this book trash. This book looked like it was rushed. You call yourself professional, so forth, so on." And I was surprised, but not so much, because people are people. That's one of my biggest philosophies. People are people. All right. That's why even for myself, I don't really vibe with the using AI to write your book. Now, AI can assist you in certain things and research and structuring to a degree and using it, leveraging it for outlines and stuff. But some people like bona fide go for what they know, like full-fledged AI, which AI is going to write. That's a whole other topic. I don't really want to get off on that tangent. But what I'm saying is, if you have a book that has poor grammar and poor professionalism, with your cover and with your your formatting, your punctuation is trash, it becomes a turnoff, especially if you're a high-level entrepreneur, business owner, or leader. Imagine somebody like Mel Robbins writing a book, or Tony Robbins. Imagine going to pick up a Tony Robbins book or a Seth Godin book for marketing, and I'm talking about commas not where they're supposed to be. You got ridiculous run-on sentences. You got punctuation is trash. The formatting is off. The indentation sucks. Huge, ridiculous page breaks out. People would be like, bruh, what in the world is going on? Because you just don't expect that from a high-level, polished, professional individual. All right? And that's the same that goes for your brand. So again, one of the major things, marketing and visibility, okay? You got to market. McDonald's still market, Wendy's still market, and it's so interesting. People say some of these brands that had never really marketed on TV that I've seen, they're marketing now. I don't have cable. We don't have cable. We got the internet, and we use like Roku and smart TV, stuff like that. So I leverage some of the, we use, again, Roku, other things. So we use streaming services. We in a different time in the economy and things of that nature. So some people, some brands, I had never seen, that I can recall, I had never seen a Coach commercial. Now people might say, Coach ain't too high level, but Coach is still Coach. I had never seen a Coach commercial, you know what I'm saying, that I can recall over the years. I might catch a show or something like that, and I saw a Coach ad, and I'm like, Coach got an ad? That's wow. You know what I'm saying, for some Coach shoes and things of that nature. And I've seen these different ads that pop up, and I'm like, wow. So if brands that have been around for many, many years, they're still marketing, that means we have to market. And of course, there's several different ways. You can run ads. You can produce content. But I believe one of the most powerful, impactful ways to get your book out there is podcasting. Podcasting is huge. It ain't going nowhere no time soon. And when you get on the right podcast and show your value, show your expertise, your chances of getting book sales, especially large audiences, are huge. All right. Wanted to shout out to Sean Ryan. Bless God. The Sean Ryan Show on YouTube. I had watched the episode on the resurrection with Lee Strobel, and I believe the other guy's name is John Burke. All right. Both of these guys have written books. One about like near-death experiences and things of that nature. And while they're on the show chilling, flowing in their gift, giving information, their books are sitting right there. I'm like, man, look at this setup. They sitting on there, they talking to Sean, boom, their books right there. Now let's talk numbers. Let's look at the numbers. Sean got I think 4 million plus subscribers on his YouTube channel. That video alone did, I don't remember, let's just say 3 million, like 3 million views. Let's say 1% purchases a book from each of them. Let's say 1% purchase John's book, 1% purchase Lee's book. 3 million times 10 is 300,000. So 1% would be like 30,000. So let's say 30,000 bought Lee's book, 30,000 bought John's book. Imagine 30,000 book sales in, I don't remember when that show was dropped. Let's just say 6 months. Let's say it took 6 months. Imagine 30,000 books being sold in 6 months. So if your book, I like to do numbers. Let me grab my, I like to do numbers. And I apologize, y'all. If y'all can hear that, we recently mopped the floor, but I must have stepped in something sticky. Yep. We raw. It's all good. I know we mopped this floor, but I think I might have stepped in something earlier. I don't know. Because I've been walking on this floor all day and I ain't heard no sticky noise. It is what it is. It's all good. So let's say your book retails for 20. All right, cost of doing business. Let's just say the book is, you wrote a nice book. Cost is going up a little bit. Let's say the book is $350. All right. So what's that? $1,650. All right, because you charge for your shipping. Say $1,650 times 30,000. Yeesh. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. Where's my phone? That's some math right there. Let me see. 0. All right. 0, 5. 0, 0, 0, 5, 0. 5 times 3 is 115. What's that? 1, 2. So that go right there. All right. Forget my math. I ain't ready to do all the rest of that. That's a lot. That's a nice payday. We'll just put it like that. So for the simple, let's just say 30K, 30,000 books at $1,650 profit per book. All right. Now, they may have it where people go and purchase it from Amazon. Myself personally, I believe in utilizing your platform. All right. Whether you whatever e-com platform you use, I recommend people go through there. Now, if you're doing numbers like that, you can pay somebody. You can pay your children. You can pay a family member. You can hire somebody, because 30,000 books is a solid amount of books being sold. Again, even if it takes 6 months. So, doing that math to see you got this many books being processed, 30,000 through Amazon. Let's say Amazon pays you, depending on which which service you're using, like the global expanded. You get like, it escapes me at this moment, but let's just say they pay you 50%. All right. $16.50, because the book being sold, let's just say it's $10 for the sake of ease. All right. 10 times 30,000 is 300,000. 10 times 30,000 is 300,000. I would say that is some good income, for a 6-month time period, for you just going on a platform and talking about what you love, all right? But look at that extra $650. $650, let's just cut the 50. 6 times 30,000 is 180. So then 50% of 30,000 is, what's that, 15,180. So that's like 195. You left, and it's cool for you, I suppose. If my math serves me correctly, you left $195,000 on the table. That extra $650, which you could have gotten if you use your own platform, Shopify, Ecwid, whatever other one. They got them a dime a dozen out here these days. But let's just say Shopify. Let's say you got a Shopify store. You're driving traffic through it. They can order the book, pay the shipping, $5.95, $6.95, whatever the case may be, and you can, again, it's your retail price, and it could be higher, especially if you got a hardcover. That's a whole nother price point. But this is your cost. This is what you're paying KDP, Amazon, or you have other platforms that you can use. But let's simply just say KDP. So 350 minus the 20, 1650. 30,000 people bought that book over a 6-month period. You can earn, the 300,000 plus the one that almost $500,000. This is the reality of having an asset. All right, this is the reality of marketing. So the question for the day was, what's the difference between a book that sells and a book that collects dust? All right, marketing, visibility, personal brand. You build a solid personal brand using today's technology. You can go on Medium, you can go on TikTok, you can go on Instagram, you can go on, LinkedIn, whatever, and grow these brands. All right. You don't need millions of people to know you. All right. You can have a couple thousand people, that know you, like you, and trust you, believe in what it is that you are doing, and you build a solid brand around that as you grow, as your video may go viral and this and that. Yeah, but you don't have to be super viral and super big in order to earn that income. So I hope this video was valuable to you. Again, my name is Marquise Trent. You can call me Coach Quise. I help high-level business owners, high-level entrepreneurs, business owners, and leaders write and publish books for more impact and income. Even if they're busy, even if you're busy, I can help you get your book done. I can do that through holding your hand through my coaching program, or I can write it for you. And of course, it's confidential. The only person who will know is you and me. All right. But please click the link in the description, wherever it may be, or in the bio. Grab a clarity call, breakthrough call. Let's talk about the ways that I can help you get the clarity that you need and move forward. If it's a good fit, I appreciate you. God bless.